Yeah, it's all right. Believe in you, bro. No roll of sleep, bro. Our overall topic is effective teamwork. So while the three of us will be talking, our favorite meat supervisor here will go ahead and solo go that shell community for us, and then he'll switch out with us and he'll do his last bit while we will work as a team to build it up. But basically, like, I mean, it's straightforward. It's effective teamwork. It makes the department run well. It makes your areas run well. Everyone works together. Everyone gets the goal, accomplishes the goal, and then gets the objective completed. Well, no matter what your department is. Like I work in deli, Memless Food Court, Cold Hill over here, Star Shop. Different ways to do this. Different ways to do different processes to service the member. They're all at the same token. You're servicing the member. That's the ultimate goal. You take care of the member to the best of your ability. Yeah, I mean, that's obvious benefits of teamwork. You know, you just if you can get everyone on the same page, you can always accomplish basically anything in your department at any level you want to accomplish it at. But you know, especially for me personally, as working in the deli, a lot of my systems operate on. I have to basically run two departments in one: the chicken room and the deli room. Everyone thinks it's one department. It's actually two parts. The chicken room has this entire set of processes, and usually requires. We used to get away with dumping one person in that room and having them do it all by themselves, but now we've been slowly transitioning towards more of a two-man operation, especially on the weekends where it is busier, and you need that extra pair of hands to run all those processes, because there's nothing like standing there on a Saturday and you got 3 ovens and ribs and wings ready to come out all at the same time, and nobody else wants to come in and help you because they don't want to. They feel like productions were more important. The trade-off is that on the other side, where you go to the production room, that yeah, the more people are there, but then you have to organize it as well, so that it is efficient, so that you do have things are getting accomplished in a timely manner, and you're not just leaving things on the table to just warm up and not be sellable to the members, and then that requires its own unique set of organization. Whereas in the chicken room, it's pretty straightforward. It's more meticulous in the production room, and you need people to be working in tandem as a group and partners or anything like that, and just have it moving forward, and just kind of get like a assembly line system going on for the most part.
So, to be a good, like to have an effective teamwork, it improves communication. Effective teams share ideas openly. So it's a lot of like 2 heads is better than 1. So like I think the last presentation was talking about like if there's conflict, it's always good to partner up with everybody or with somebody, because that's going to help you resolve the issue a lot quicker. It does build trust and understanding among members, and creates kind of like a synergy moment. Synergy is a word that I feel like, it's a word that there was a poster, I wish I had a picture of it, but I don't. But I saw it one day on vacation, I remembered it yesterday. And there was a picture of like gears turning, and I thought it just fit perfectly with effective teamwork. And it basically, like, there was a quote under it that basically said, the strength of the team is in each individual member, the strength of each member in the team. Basically saying like, the success of the team relies on the individuals giving their best and trusting the team to elevate them. So it all just comes like together in the end. Better problem solving. So again, this is like 2 heads is better than 1 sometimes. you can always get things accomplished if there's multiple people involved. For me in the food court, before, when we used to, when we used to make pizzas, it would just be like a one-person job, or like it'd be one person in the back, like making skins and making pizzas. And the problem that we would run into a bunch of times, especially on the weekends, is that we would just be overran because one person can't do that much work, especially when there's tickets just popping up over and over again. So the solution that we came up with was, okay, let's have like 2 or 3 people. We can have one person on skins, the other person on pizzas. And when we use the SMART goals, what I like to do sometimes with my employees is that I'll say, hey, I need you to make this many skins in like 30 minutes or whatever, and they can fill it up. And then once they fill it up, then we can both start double teaming the pizzas, start making pizzas. We were able to get our orders a lot quicker that way.
Increase creativity. So if we can't work as a team and work efficiently, we're not going to be able to teach. If a lot of our employees don't understand really how our departments work and what's going on, they're not going to be able to come up with solutions and ideas to fix problems along the way. So it's really important that we work as a team at all times. Us as individuals, each of our departments will fail if we're not working as a team, and the store as a whole will probably fail if each of those individual departments are failing. But without engaging in everyday teamwork, we're not going to be able to give our employees the freedom to come up with creative solutions and ideas for our day-to-day issues. Tire productivity. Me personally, in the tire shop, I know that the other departments here, they have something that's similar. We implement workstations. So we have somebody at the desk as a salesperson. We also have one person that is in charge of pulling in the vehicles, checking the vehicles in, starting to tear the vehicles down. We have somebody that is at a station at a tire installer machine, so that we can just feed them the wheels, and it minimizes steps. We also have somebody who's only using tires, and then we also have somebody who's cleaning hubs, putting the vehicles back together, and then the supervisor's kind of picking up any slack, salesmen, helping sell extra services. So everybody doing their individual job really increases productivity, and it's proven that implementing the stations in my department and the tire shop increases productivity by up to 40%. So teamwork is definitely going to increase productivity. And like I said, I know that these other departments have similar things that they do in theirs. Stronger relationships. So if you have somebody who's kind of a loner, you gotta really engage in that teamwork with them. Really just try your best to kind of break through that, and hopefully engaging in that teamwork every single day, you can build a really strong relationship with your entire team. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not just inside our departments, but also across our departments. I know Cole's kind of the odd man out with this, but especially with the fresh, between meat and food court, myself, and bakery, we're constantly in each other's faces, not literally, but just kind of communicating with each other for stuff that we need. Food court takes salads from deli and cookies from bakery. I take meat from meat departments. Bakery comes to us in deli to grab some of their ingredients as well. So we're always visiting each other's departments and asking for certain items. There's a lot of times bakery will grab containers from my department in deli. There's a lot of times a food court will come and grab containers from my department as well. Meat department will, very rarely, but we'll always bother them because they have all the chemicals for cleaning, so we'll almost always be in meat department to bother them with their stuff. But it just, not just inside the department, but across the department as well. You're almost always bothering asking for something, asking for help or coverage or something.
I have an example about this. That happened just a few days ago, actually. So in the food court the other day, we were understaffed that day, and it was just we didn't have an 11 a.m. because there was a call off. So with the stronger relationships, it's always a war in food court. I feel like there's always stuff happening, especially in the morning with that morning rush. So it's me and my opener. Basically, and then that's when I found out it was around like 11, so we get that that rush during that time. And I'm like, hey man, we're gonna be down. Like, so I need you to lock in right now. So then this is where like the relationship just came in. I'm like, if you can get pizzas and oven, I can get tickets. And then like we just started feeding off this, like we gotta basically make it until like our 2 o'clock comes in. So for like, what was that, for like 2 hours or something like that, we were basically just like, I was getting tickets and cash, he was getting my oven and making pizzas. And the whole time we were just like hyping each other up, like, yo, this is Army of Two, Army of Two. This is like the best feeling in the world, because like the adrenaline rush was so high. So yeah, that's just like one of the examples I got for it creates that bond, that like synergy I was talking about earlier.
Oh, and then back to how our departments kind of work hand in hand. Tire shop does take buckets for our green bucket programs from the bakery for our metal recycling. That's one way tire shop works. One of you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And then personal and professional growth. Like I was already saying, if we're not increasing our productivity through effective teamwork, we're not going to be able to grow our employees. We're leaders in here. We're supposed to be training our employees and growing them to replace us. Just like our managers are supposed to be doing for us as well.
Alright. Talk on beach department too, if you like, man. Well, you already did my stuff.
So Miguel,
For me personal, I work in the apartment. I just have like 2 months in the position of lead supervisor. And for me, it's like a situation like I'm still learning, but nothing I can do without the coworkers, employers. That's also, especially in mid apartment, you can be faster, cut the meat, fresh meat, produce everything. Sometimes we don't have nothing in the like say that, and everything is in the cooler. And they like the other workers get like a little nervous. Oh, we're not gonna be ready when we open, something like that. And that moment is when the leader has to talk to them, like give it some advice or like open them, like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. Everybody's here, so we're gonna do all the job down. Okay, let's say I'm gonna grab the meat in the cooler. The cutter is gonna cut it. So the cutter is cutting meat, and then the other guy is wrapping the meat, the other one is taking the meat out, and then like, in the end of the time, we're ready to open. Sometimes like me personally, I want to do like faster, and I want to do everything by myself, but sometimes we can't. Sometimes this works, because you leave your workers behind, and after that, you gotta trust in your team. Without your team, you cannot do anything about it, even in work and in the real life too. Yeah, thank you. And this is how the team works.
It's just a very basic example to see, how working as a team just improves productivity. I'm not sure how long it took Miguel to build it, but I think it took us maybe.
By himself was painful, but he got it done pretty fast, I'll be honest with you. I was like, damn, he don't need
I think
That's the point.
Yeah.
Show one person how they take it, and then for the team works like really fast, you can do anything. So yeah, that's the point.
Yeah,
So thank you,
good
sir.
job.
If you listen to that, you just gotta remember that we do not, none of us